Shalom. This is Yaakov from Israelite Number 5 Productions. Work smarter, study harder.net. Alright, so today we're about to go over a class called Character. Now, this is all for personal growth and development because at the end of the day, if you don't have self motivation, if you don't have, basically character, basically, knowing who you are, knowing what you must do to build upon the foundation you have maybe already created, it's hard to move forward because you're always battling spirits and demons that are preventing you from actually accepting what you really are. Except what's going on is that society will mold your mind into thinking the way they think instead of you acknowledging and setting yourself apart. So basically the main thing that we're going over today is called character. Now, first of all, one, being honest. Now, for one, if you don't understand what honest means, that means don't lie. Don't be a liar. Understand? Be true to yourself and what you do, what it is that you bring forth to the table, what it is that you stand for, what it is that you represent as a man or as a woman. Now you got to realize that people like lying so much. People lie like ain't nothing new. That's what they have dedicated their life to because they feel comfortable lying to everybody. Now I'm gonna tell you something today. You can tell all them lies to the world, but at the end of the day you cannot lie to yourself. You understand? So if you have that spirit, I suggest you check it. I hope you develop ways and figure out what you're lying about and trying to figure out how you could stop that, because that's a nasty spirit to have. That's a wicked spirit to have. So for one, stop lying, be honest, be true to yourself, and ethical. Now if you don't understand what ethical means, that means to incline and pursue and act in an orderly fashion, stating your business, stating what it is that you do. Say you're a carpenter, you got to know how to varnish, how to, drill. You got to know how to install. You got to know how to finish. You got to know how to lay it down. Basically, you have to know your craft. Like with music production, you got to know how to incline this reverb, this parametric equalizer, this compressor, align this pattern here. You're an artist, man. Should I pull out this mixtape now or should I wait? Should I wait till this day? Or should I wait till I stack up enough bread to develop more tracks for my new album? Or wait? There's certain things you must do in an ethical manner, meaning in chronological order, in order, not in dysfunction, in order to understand what it is that you must do, because you have to think before you act. But a lot of people, they act and then they think and ask questions later. So that's not ethical. Okay, so be honest to yourself and be ethical, man. Be on point in all you conduct yourself in. So two, have integrity. Now what it means to have integrity is to be whole. If you don't understand what it is you do, if you don't understand the life you have been given, if you don't understand your purpose, your mission, being whole to you is something new. You understand? So which means to be able to know what you do. Like basically you have to comprehend that what it is you do might be the same thing or it might be different. You got to understand, you got to be whole in not only the comprehension of what it is you do, but you have to love what you do. Now you got to realize you have to be the same on the inside as you are on the outside. That's what it means by being whole. Now that goes back to being honest. You understand? If you ain't honest, there's no way you can have integrity unless your integrity is based on a lie. You understand? So you have to be the same inside as you are outside. Okay? So knowing this means being truthful to yourself, in yourself, out of yourself, in your organization, in your product or service that you offer. Because at the end of the day, there's so many people probably doing what you're doing right now and they actually love what they do. If you don't love what you do, think about it. Think about it. You're going to manifest negativity and hatred within your business, and that's not going to thrive. So acknowledge that. So find that being, in sales is actually, is natural, and that you have the inner motivation because your work is reflection of the true you. So let me read that to you again. You find that being in sales is natural and that you have the inner motivation because your work is reflection of the true you. Now, because there's a lot of people that don't like what they do. They hate their life. They hate their job. They hate what they do because they don't have time to endeavor and do what it is they love to do. So if you're a producer, you have to love making beats. You have to love recording. You have to love breaking this down. If you're an artist, you're gonna have to love to make music. You're gonna have to love to write down lyrics. You're gonna have to love to reach people. You understand? If you're a business, you're gonna have to love to market, to advertise, to distribute, to get your product placement, to get your organization in place, get your website, your domain, your invoices ready, your email list, and you're gonna have to get everything in order, inside and out, to be who the Most High put you here to be. So I'm gonna read that for you again. And finding that being in sales is natural, and that you have the inner motivation because your work is reflection of the true you. Now that goes back to integrity. You have to be whole. There's no way you could do that without being whole and truthful inside and out to yourself. Okay? So the situation is, you cannot fake integrity. There's no way you could fake being whole, because there's no such thing as being partial. You understand? You can't do that. You are as the person who you are as a person speaks more than anything you say. You understand? So what it is you speak, and what it is that you do, speaks more than what you say, because our mouth is a sword. Our mouth brings forth blessings and curses. So you got to realize that no matter what you say, what you do and how you conduct yourself says what you are. So whatever you speak, man, who you are as a man, as a woman, what you speak is not what you say, basically. So what I mean by that is very simple. If you love what you do, people are gonna see that in you. They're gonna see that. And that man lives what he says, he lives what he speaks, and he loves what he does. Opposed from a man, who you are and how you conduct yourself, you're negative. Whatever you speak doesn't mean anything, or what has no relevance in what you say, because what you do and how you live and how you conduct yourself says what you are. So you have to analyze that completely. You have to comprehend that you have to be a whole inside and out. You have to be you have to manifest positiveness and the reality base of what you're going through, and build up your brand, build up what it is the services you offer, your business, your art, your product, whatever you're doing. You have to be whole inside and out. So 3, use competitors to reach higher levels of success. Now, competition builds character until challenged. Now you got to realize that it's not, there's no really competition in this music production. It's the men that make competition. So what you got to do, is even if you participate in any type of competition, you got to understand that helps you better to know where you're slacking and what you are neglecting. You see what I'm saying? You might be doing something that you're supposed to be doing, but you're not doing it. And then you see this method being done by another individual, and then you start doing it, and you start seeing more and more progress. Opposed from you neglecting something and you see it's being used, you start apprehending and doing that same format. You got to break it down in chronological order and know where you're slacking. That way you could better what you're doing. If you're lacking in a certain area, know what you're lacking in and move forward. Okay? So there is actually no competition, like I said, man. It's men created, So what I recommend, you set yourself apart from the competition by all means, because at the end of the day, there is no competition. There's not. I believe everybody just wants to have an honest living. If you're truthful and honest to yourself, provide for your family, get your household in order, feed your children, feed yourself, be merry and glorify the Most High on the land all the days of your life. You understand? But yet there's so many deities and entities trying to prevent you from moving forward. And competition is one of them. It's that egotistic, prideful demon. I'm going to call it a demon. And that's what it is. It's a demonic spirit. Y'all have to neglect and rebuke that by any means. But if you find yourself in that position, learn from it. Learn where you're lacking. Know what you're neglecting. So I'm going to go over the main 3 things of character. Be honest and ethical. Do not lie to yourself. Be truthful and do things in order. Okay. 2, have integrity means being whole inside and out. Knowing what you do, not partial. Loving what you do. Knowing you're destined for greatness. And the way you conduct yourself and whatever you speak doesn't mean a thing. Because how you conduct yourself and how you live says what you are. Okay. 3, use competition to reach higher levels of success by, if you're even participating in it, learn where you're lacking, know what you're neglecting. But by all means, set yourself apart from competition. So with that, I hope y'all got some edification today. I hope you understand what character really is and develop that within all you do. You understand? So, yet another video, worksmarterstudyharder.net, Israelite 915 Productions, and with that, I say shalom.